Hello and welcome back to Let's Replay Mystery Case Files MillionHeir. I'm MCFPapa and this is part 4. We're investigating Cherry Blossom. I like the little jingle that plays at the start of every level. Mind the flower beds. Do try to watch your step, please. Yes, my name is Cherry Blossom. I was Mr. Rich's gardener. How did you know? I don't know how all these things wound up in my garden. Perhaps you can find something useful? A little bit of self-awareness there, like why are all these random objects scattered about in these games? Who knows? Like, all these scenes are just really nice to look at, very pleasing to the eye. I mean, they'd even be better if you could see, like, them full screen in their entirety, but even squished in, they're nice. A good blend of colors. I just said in the last part that they don't have many normal, like, finding objects as much. And then there's this scene which is entirely just finding the normal objects. Though this does get used later, I think, when you get the underwater see-through goggles. There's what's clearly a Tootsie Roll Pop, though I've never seen any green Tootsie Roll Pops before. I figured it had to be either red pepper or green pepper, since those are the main colors in this whole scene. Oh, I think it's just the, like, first scene you visit always is like a normal hidden object scene, and then the other mechanics get incorporated into the other scenes. I'm pretty sure heartbreak involves, like, scribbling through a heart. Yeah. There's a cat in this birdhouse. I don't know why. Is it gonna eat the bird? Maybe. Oh, that's a paint bucket. But with the X-ray device, I thought it was just a generic water bucket. But no. Now that's weird that the sleeping bat's there. I would have expected it to be up here in the ceiling. Now, how hard can it be to find a water bucket? Apparently pretty hard, surprisingly. Oh, there it is. I guess it's setting outside, like by the dog, but you just can't see it. And I was hoping I would be able to see the dollar while I was searching around for the X-ray stuff, but I couldn't, so. I guess for this thing I'll show up a day late and $1 short. Oh, need a battery again. And the battery's location is randomized, but unlike Huntsville, or excuse me, Prime Suspects, where there's like 5 or more other scenes for the battery to be in, here there's at most 5, but usually a lot less. And now this like location is really cool for having a lot of creepy stuff in. Like there's an owl staring at you with glowing eyes, like octopus, and then out here there's an entire alien looking in at you. Really unique. And not at all what you'd think when you think department store. There's just a normal wolf, not a werewolf. Oh, they even have a little spinning rack of jewelry. I never noticed that before. One thing that's weird though is you can't even do any interactive stuff, like where you use the stylus to draw on something like you can in other scenes, but when you're using the flashlight you can't. And I think if you're using the scanner you can't either. It's pretty weird. You'd think they'd want to like try stacking those mechanics together. Werewolf. There, wolf. Oh, I thought it was an alien all this time, but no, it's actually a robot. Okay. The crime computer suspects there's more to this gardener than beats the eye. Solve this puzzle and let us get to the bottom of this. Yeah, now, this slider puzzle isn't really any more difficult than the first one, which is weird because every other thing has a step up for the second appearance and a step up for the third. But I guess they just couldn't think of anything to make the second appearance of this harder. I don't know. Nice work. Now it's time to find out what Cherry Blossom knows about Phil. By the way, where did he get that photo? Has someone been spying on my beautiful garden? Oh, I'm sorry, Detective. I should have noticed your badge, but my glasses get dirty out here. Phil? Gosh, he let me go about 7 years ago, around the time he first disappeared. He started filling the mansion with weird contraptions and garden gnomes. The horror. Sheesh. I wouldn't go back there, not even for my famous orange tulip, the Tulipa orphanidea. Orphanidea? I don't know how to say it. There. Great signature. One more thing, Detective, before you go. It's very, very important. Could you take this and throw it out? I found it floating in the stream. Can't abide debris in my garden. Thank you, Detective. You may leave now. You got the super straw. Sundown at the old fort on the outskirts of town. Now why'd you drag me out here, partner? I know you're my new biggest fan, but Gator Stomp, how do you know about the whole sheriff thing? Okay, congratulations. You did some investigating and figured it out. Well, enough about me, Detective. Let's talk about Phil. No one rightly knows what happened to Phil the first time he disappeared. The cowpoke came back different, I tell ya. He started building like tomorrow might never come. You stay clear away from that mansion, you hear? It fried my taters something mighty. Ain't no way I'm heading back without good reason. Y'all can take that to the bank. That place is scarier than heaping mound of garlic at sunrise. Chapter 3, Justine's Misrememberings. The crime computer was auto-configured for the super straw. Congratulations, Detective. You've added a modular enhancement unit to your investigative kit. For unknown reasons, this cylinder magnifies your blowing ability for enormous resultant potential. A nearby heat source is a perfect target to demonstrate the power of this straw. Please get closer to the fireplace so you can try your new super straw. Perfect. You're now close enough to try your new super straw on the fire. Center the fire on the screen, hold down L or R, and blow into the mic. Well, I could blow into the mic, or I could just press the space bar like what the emulator's configured for. Great, this congratulatory message indicates you have completed the detective breathing course. Elevated levels of root beer were also detected. What have you been up to, Detective? Ha, 'cause they want to keep the age rating down, so they say root beer instead of liquor. Now returning to crime detection mode. Please continue your investigation. Ron and Hyde, ski instructor. Justine Time, clockmaker. Manny Cotty, chef. So we unlock a whole second set of suspects. But you can tell this is different from the other set because it uses paper, like post-it note tabs, instead of paper clips. And what's interesting is that whatever one you've selected here, it's also selected here at the same time. So I wonder if you select down here, does it have an effect up there? It does, but not for the 3 you haven't gotten unlocked yet. Pretty interesting. I know it's a shorter part, but I think that'll do it for this episode because it's just a nice stopping point, and otherwise the episode would get really long. So like and subscribe if you want. I'll see you next time.